What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't what you're doing, but what you're allowing? Every time you tolerate the wrong behavior, you teach people how to treat you. In this video, you'll discover 5 things you should never tolerate if you want more respect, stronger relationships, and a happier life. Let's get started. 1. Constant disrespect. The first thing you should never tolerate is constant disrespect. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. Without it, trust begins to fade. Communication breaks down, and even love can slowly disappear. Disrespect doesn't always come through shouting or insults. Sometimes it's much quieter. It can look like someone constantly interrupting you, making jokes at your expense, ignoring your opinions, or treating your feelings as if they don't matter. At first, you might tell yourself, maybe they didn't mean it, once or twice. That may be true, but when the same behavior happens again and again, it becomes a pattern, not a mistake. Many people tolerate disrespect because they fear losing the relationship. They stay silent to avoid conflict, hoping things will change on their own. But silence often sends the wrong message. It tells the other person that their behavior is acceptable. Healthy relationships don't require you to accept being treated poorly. They require honesty, mutual respect, and clear boundaries. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away. It's about teaching others how to treat you with dignity. Remember this: the way people speak to you matters. The way they treat you matters, and your self-respect matters just as much. Never confuse love, friendship, or loyalty with accepting constant disrespect. The people who truly value you won't expect you to sacrifice your dignity just to keep them comfortable. 2. Emotional manipulation. The second thing you should never tolerate is emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation happens when someone tries to control your decisions by making you feel guilty, ashamed, or responsible for their emotions. Instead of having an honest conversation, they use pressure to get what they want. They might say things like, "If you really cared about me, you would do this," or "After everything's I've done for you, this is how you repay me." At first, these words can sound caring, but over time, they can leave you feeling confused, guilty, and emotionally exhausted. Healthy relationships don't rely on guilt or fear. They rely on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. It's okay to care about other people's feelings, but it's not your job to carry the weight of someone else's choices or emotions. One of the most powerful things you can learn is to recognize the difference between love and control. Real love gives you the freedom to make your own decisions. Manipulation tries to take that freedom away. The moment someone makes you feel guilty simply for having boundaries, it's time to pause and ask yourself an important question. Are they respecting my choices or trying to control them? Protecting your peace doesn't make you selfish. It means you value yourself enough not to let anyone use your emotions against you. 3. Lies and broken trust. The third thing you should never tolerate is lies and broken trust. Trust isn't built in a day. It's earned through honesty, consistency, and actions that match words. The problem with lies is that they don't just hide the truth, they slowly destroy the foundation of every relationship. One lie may seem small, but when lies become a habit, doubt begins to replace trust. You start questioning every promise, every explanation, and every excuse. A healthy relationship doesn't require perfection. People make mistakes. What matters is taking responsibility, telling the truth, and making a genuine effort to rebuild trust. But if someone repeatedly lies, breaks promises, or gives you reasons to question their honesty, it's no longer just a mistake, it's a pattern. Remember, trust is like glass. Once it's broken, it can be repaired, but the cracks often remain. That's why it's important to pay attention to actions, not just words. People can promise to change, but real change is shown through consistent behavior over time. Never ignore repeated dishonesty just because you hope things will get better. The people who truly value you won't expect you to constantly question their honesty. They'll earn your trust by being truthful, reliable, and consistent. Because in the end, every strong relationship is built on one simple foundation. Without trust, even the strongest love begins to fall apart. Conclusion: remember, what you tolerate shapes your life. Protect your peace, value yourself, and never settle for less than the respect you deserve. Which of these 5 do you think is the most damaging? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe to Mr. Comment TV, and he'll see you in the